All right. Okay, let's just go ahead and go live. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday evening. Let's jump into here and turn that on. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna do some Heroquest painting tonight. I'm kind of gonna be all over the place, just so you know. And we're not gonna finish anything. We're just gonna paint for a little while, and hopefully you guys can join me. If you want to bug me, if you have any questions, comments, threats, let's see those. And right now we're starting from really kind of what is the beginning, what I usually look at as the beginning portion of this process, which is the color blocking. So let me see if I can find the brushes I need to complete this operation, because I'm not seeing the good brushes on my desk here, and that's a little concerning. Let's see. There we go. We'll use this. Okay, we'll use this brush. So right now we're going to start with a little bit of the skin tone. So we're going to start with some Crusader skin. And we probably will be painting some eyes on stream. And I know how much you guys like watching me freak out over eyes on my stream. All right? So it's time to get started here on these minis. These are like the Elf Rogue miniatures. I think this is like a limited edition miniature or something like that. But you do get a male and female Elf Rogue. So let's get them underway. All right. Unfortunately, the color scheme on these elf minis is pretty boring according to the artwork. So maybe my only gripe here with these particular minis is I did not like, I'm not a fan of what the studio did with these minis. Well, let's go ahead and let's get them underway. Okay. So you can see here, I'm just getting in that base skin color down, and it honestly is taking quite well. So I probably will not be looking to do a whole lot more to the skin because it looks pretty good. Right? Okay. All right. Looking pretty good. Nice and even. Let's go with the female. Good detail on the face on these minis. All right. And we're just going for tonight. Probably will not finish these minis, but I do want to have the most difficult stuff done, and I'm referring specifically to the face and the eyes. Okay, so we will get into that tonight. But let's paint this. Right, and these are the only, we'll say the only Caucasian skinned creatures we're painting as part of this portion of the set. So we're going to move over to these little ice gnome guys. We got 3 of those. So let's go ahead and get going. This is these 3 little dudes. And for these we're going to use I like to use this Briar Queen Chill. So we'll get that going. We'll paint these little icy cobalt guys. I like how happy they look. Pretty cool, right? And you can see there's not much to the design on these. They're kind of like barbarian looking guys. Let's do his back like that. And I guess we'll have, I mean, they'll be wearing shorts in the snow. Why not? Why not? There we go. Okay. So these are the minis with a face that I'm painting. So let's go ahead and let's get them going. Because a lot of the other minis that are in this particular portion of the set do not have quote-unquote faces. Oh, I totally did not get the other fist on that guy. Alright. Let's get the other fist here. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Play It Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting or what you should be painting. Tonight we're painting up some Heroquest. These guys kind of have like these really icy daggers. So we'll make sure we capture that too. Right now though, we're working on getting the skin correct. Right? So I'm just blocking the skin with a contrast paint. I didn't even get that guy's knees. So let's go ahead and do that. Right. These are little swole mans, little swole little dudes. Little swole little angry little gnome guys with their little angry man shorts. Just making sure I got everything that I need to get. Okay. This guy, we did not get his legs. Okay. Alright. There's other faces we could be working on. I think we will. Hold on. Really quickly. Wondering, do we want the wampas to have blue skin? Or, I think we do. They can have the same skin. So we'll give the wampas the same skin. Right. These wampas are pretty cool. That's a pretty cool sculpt, I think, for just a single piece, PVC miniature. That's actually super good quality compared to what we're used to. If anyone painted any single cast PVC stuff lately, like, or from the, we'll say from the 90s and the early 2000s, this stuff is like streets ahead for those of you community fans out there, right? So we'll just see how much we actually get finished tonight. And you guys can feel free to bug me if you have any questions, comments, threats. Always interested in the conversation. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a second. Is there anybody else that needs this skin color? Probably the big guy. I don't really want to paint the big guy tonight, but since I got the color out, let's go ahead and just get him. Get him some color. Right on his, and he actually doesn't have much skin showing, but we'll get that going. Right, so he's a cool ice goblin color. Okay, and feet too. Okay. And then let's get the other fist here. So I need to get this Heroquest commission done because I need to get back to my own LVO stuff and get all that ready to go. I have some top secret conversions I'm working on. Those of you local to me know what those conversions are, but I'm kind of keeping it a secret on the internet until they're done. Alright, there's that. Overall, pretty happy with how these are starting to look. Okay, you're ready to jump in and do some eyeballs? Let's do it. So I need like rubber black or 10 Bros gray. To start this off, let's go rubber black. I don't need a lot of black, just enough to do eyes for right now. And the most critical eyes are going to be the hero eyes, so let's work on hero eyes. And she has teeny tiny little eyeballs, so let's do that. Okay. And let's go like this with this guy. He also has teeny tiny little eyeballs. There we go. Then we got the little ice gnomes. this part of it's pretty fast, as you can see. Just getting the main part of the eyeball, right? Part goes pretty fast. If you have a decent tip on your paintbrush, this should not be the worst thing in the world. Although for many years before I found good paintbrushes, even this part was super hard for me. Okay, go. Good news here is these guys will be done pretty quick. The wampas will be done pretty super quick. Alright, let's get some white down for the eyes. And I actually am going to thin this with some acrylic thinner because it flows nice. White is one of the trickier colors to get the flow. So we'll mix some of that in to get the white to flow out a little bit. There we go. All right. All right, and we're gonna and if you're really good at this part, you can just do 2 white dots instead of 1 white dot and a black dot in the middle of it. And every once in a while that works for me, but most of the time I'm just doing black dot, white dot in the middle of it, black dot in the middle of that. Okay. And then this guy. Now we're actually going to quickly shift gears here for a second. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to shift gears for just a second. I need to do lips and tongues and stuff before I dot the eyes. So I'm going to use a little bit of this laser magenta. Just a tiny little bit. Okay. And I might even mix a little bit of beige red into it, just to give it more of a balanced color. So let's see, where is my beige red? Radiant Flesh will work. Just some sort of skin color. And you're just gonna drop a drop of it in the laser magenta. Right, we're gonna mix that in. I may have done a little too much. This looks a little, oh, it's okay. It's actually coming out to a nice color. You want like a bubblegum pink color is what you want. All right, so there, and that's pretty subtle. There's really nothing. Does not look weird. Doesn't look like she's wearing makeup or anything like that. I don't know why these guys are sticking their tongues out at you, but they are. So I'll paint their tongues sticking out at you like that. They're all. It does look kind of obscene. Two. 3. Okay. And the wampas have the inside of their mouths that we want to do. Looks pretty good. Okay. All right. That wasn't too bad. I can even go like this if I wanted to. Why not? Let's do the big guy. Let's get his face sort of prepped. Right? When I eventually get to him, I'm not going to be... Actually, not... This guy's not considered... To me, I'm not considering him part of this batch because I will not be working on him. Much, I should say. I mean, as you can see, he's still getting some work done. It's just not as much. Okay. Alright, so put that back. Let's go back to painting the whites in. So let's paint whites in their eyes and then the teeth. These guys do have a ridiculous kind of grin going too. So there you go. Let's get the teeth in. Okay. Next. Okay. Finally. Oh wait, I forget. Did I get his teeth? Didn't do the teeth. There you go. And you'll see what I do with the teeth later to get them to look more like teeth and less like a white stripe across their chin. Okay, good. Let's get the wampa. You see, I did a pretty good job on this one, so the skin doesn't, the teeth don't really need definition here. Just the eyes. Okay, finally. Okay, now let's get the big guy's eyes in. And really, my plan here is that only the elf heroes will have pupils. The rest of these will have eyes without pupils. Okay. There we go. All right. Next up. And we actually, now's the hard part. So now we're going to go in and dot the eyes on the elf characters. Okay. This is the part that is very difficult. So I'm just going to pull a tiny little bead, just a teeny tiny little bead of black. I'm going to dot in that eye. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Dot in the other eye. Can't tell it. You can't tell that much, honestly, that I did that because the eyes are so small. There we go. There we go. Doesn't look too bad. I know you can't see it on camera, but eyes look decent. Let's see. I need teeth on this guy. Not getting the teeth I want. Not getting the teeth I want on this guy. Yeah, that did not work out so well. That's okay. All right, let's shade in the teeth. We're gonna take a little drop, and literally just a drop of navy gray, just to shade in some teeth. Let me show you how that goes. All right, so we're gonna go with our wompa here, and I'm just gonna pull a little bit of that navy gray, and I'm gonna just kind of sloosh it around the teeth here. All right, and it's just gonna provide some shadow back there. There you go. Nothing, no real brain surgery there, but you can see the teeth kind of popped out. All right, same thing here. Next guy. No brain surgery, but I got some good definition on the teeth. All right. Back to these guys. Cannot see the teeth on this one either. Their teeth may be too small. Let's see. Okay. It's not quite working on these the way I'd hoped. But it worked fine on the wampas. Right, I'm going to do that. Is that going to give me anything? Not really. Not really. Let me buy me a little outline there of the mouth. Not the worst thing in the world, but not the effect I was hoping for. But it did help improve the overall look of these minis to do that. All right. And let me show you what this does on the bigger guy, just so you can get some idea of like how this might actually look. First thing I gotta do though is I'm gonna get I got a bunch of teeth here I need to get. All right, so I'm gonna pick out these teeth. I just want to show you on the bigger model what this looks like. So essentially, if you have small teeth like that, just paint the white in the teeth like that. Right. There you go. Make sure you get all the teeth. Okay. So I'll let that dry. Let that dry for just a second. I'm not going to change this, just so you can see what this does. Okay. Not sure why I didn't paint his nose the brighter color, but that's okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. So now let's take this. I'm going to take that navy gray, and I'm going to draw it across his mouth like that. Okay. Get around the tongue too. And you should see the teeth have a lot better definition for them now, right? There you go. See that? Now your teeth have nice definition to them. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. All right. Next thing we want to do is I actually want a super bright yellow, if I can find one. And we're gonna, let's do this deep yellow, or maybe do I have a radiant yellow? Deep yellow is fine. Do deep yellow. And I don't want to thin this much at all. All I'm trying to do is I'm going to use this yellow to kind of get the eyeballs to pop a little on these little gnome guys. All right, so I'm just going to pop that in there. And actually, it looks quite nice. Yeah, those are good little eyeballs. And when you're going like yellow over this white, you don't have to be terribly accurate, because wherever the yellow, if the yellow does not land on white, it's pretty much not going to show up. Right? Let's do the wampas. So you got good face on these wampas. Cool. Okay. And then, for the hell of it, we'll keep working on this guy too. Why not? We're sharing colors. We might as well. Okay, good bright yellow eye in there, as you can see. Yeah, looking pretty good so far. All right. Let's do a little bit of hair and some horns. We're going to go in with, if I can find it. We're going to go in with the little pallid bone. Okay. And this pallid bone is going to be, whoops, that's the wrong color. Sorry. Let's wipe that out real quick. All right. Yep, so if you screw up, don't worry. Just clean it off with a damp brush. Let that dry. move on to your other miniature in the meantime. So we'll go back to the male. All right, and this is pallid bone, so it gives him it's not a yellow blonde hair, it's like just a lighter blonde hair. Okay. And I actually like this for we'll say like a natural blonde. Prefer to use this color than say Zealot yellow. You can see it really is giving a nice tone to the hair. Right? Yeah, it does look quite good already. Let's get the pooling product off there. And then let's go back to her because she's now dry. Right? And you can see it's pretty good looking hair color for her. Okay, there we go. So that looks good, that looks good. Let's go to the wompa. We're going to do the horns of the wompa, that color. You can see it's just a great color, very easy to work with. Just giving us exactly what we want here. There we go. Let's get rid of the pooling product. Right. Let's get some bone on the claws here. Right. So you can see, looks pretty good. And let's do the bottom claws. Believe it or not, I mean, look, he looks almost done, doesn't he? They look pretty good. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Looking pretty good. Anything gonna be bone on these guys? Yeah, actually, let's do these little furry parts. Bone. Like that. It's pretty good. Right? Sure. Just like that. That'll be bone. What about this part? This part could be bone too. Okay. I know it keeps skipping around. There's a bunch of... This is my process. This is how I go and knock out a bunch of miniatures. So I jump around like this until they start, until they start getting closer and closer to being finished. Then you just start seeing them like pop out Okay. Okay. And all right. So let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, or threats. Because I'm still gonna paint these little guys. Alright. And I don't know, we do have the color out. Might as well get his horns. Okay. There we go. Let's do nails. Let's do some nails. Again, just because it's out. Just because it's out. Okay, and then we'll do fingernails or toenails. Okay. Cool. Very cool looking thing. Alright. Yeah, there. That's not a thing. Okay, so now, what else do I need to do here? Let's actually work on the wampas more. And we're gonna do runic gray over the entirety of the body. So this is like your white fur, but as you can see, it's going to give us a blue-gray appearance on the fur here. It should look actually quite good. Right? This is a very, very easy sculpt to do. Right? As long as you can keep a reasonably clear picture of what you want, you should not have much difficulty getting this guy to look exactly how you want. That's exactly how I want this wampa to look. Right? And it's quite a cool little sculpt, if you ask me. And if you really want this wampa to be white, you just dry brush white over that, and you're done. That's all. That's all you have to do. But yeah, this is quite a good. There we go. Okay. Wampa. And I'm not sure how much white I really want to dry brush with, because I kind of like it like fully defined like this. If that makes sense, right? Kind of don't want to throw white back into the picture here. I think it's just going to blurry the model, whereas this is super clear without the white. These wompa are a little. They're just a little more gray. Pretty happy with this, right? I'm gonna do one more thing to these wampa, and then that's it. They're done. There's not really much else to do. There we go. Okay. Let's keep going. She kind of has like a little fur lining here that I'm gonna hit. So just hit that. Right. Okay. And then what about you? Do you have any? I think he did, and I think I painted it the wrong color. Oops. Okay. Well, is what it is. It's fine. Just looks like he has bushier hair. And then the. All right. Let's do these little guys here, and I'm gonna do their beards, and we'll do this part of their hat, which is actually their hair. They'll do their hair, that thing. Okay, there we go. Next one. This runic gray color is highly underrated. A very useful color, as you can see. Using it on different models to hit different things that we want to look either gray or kind of convince you that it might actually be white. Okay. All right. So next up is we're going to do a little bit of a detail on the skin. So the skin, like I said, is Briar Chill Green or whatever it's called. It's called Briar Queen Chill. And then we're going to actually use some plasmatic bolt thin down as like a wash to give the skin a little bit of shade. And this is cool because it gives you a little bit added detail on the skin. Okay, I'll show you how this works. So we're just gonna bring it in here. You can see it's already giving you some shadow on the wrist. All right. It just gives you a cool, it's a much more dramatic looking creature, right? That ice skin looks a lot cooler. I think they look, it looks great once you do that. Right? See what that's doing? It just gives you, it's a really nice color combo. It's all my like ice demon things. This is like, that's like my recipe for ice skin, and it's super easy to do. As you can see, it's just a contrast color and a speed paint, and just gives you really nice. And you can come back, right? If you really want to do like like a higher quality work, you come back and you highlight these with your usual regimen of like um, pastel blue greens or verdigris, that kind of thing. And they look awesome, right? Get the gnomes. So I don't think we're going to finish the heroes tonight, but probably are going to finish the other 5 models tonight. It's probably well within our capability to get these other ones done, right? Yeah, this is looking, these little guys look pretty good. Oh, forgot to do the back of his hair. You're supposed to have that runic gray hair back here. There we go. Again, let me know if you have any questions, comments, or threats. It's kind of nice. You can see how it really did liven up the skin quite a bit. Right? Here, like this. See that? Much nicer effect on the skin. Okay. So yeah, this is batch painting, guys. I hope you're enjoying watching me batch paint. I hate, I honestly never think, I don't really like streaming batch paints, but people have in the past asked to see how I do the batch paints, so, because I usually trying to just show you guys the ending of a miniature rather than this part, which is the boring color blocking. But we're doing pretty well as far as like just trying to get these done and taken care of. And then I'm gonna need to decide, I'm gonna need to figure out the colors of the outfits that these little guys are wearing. Right? Thinking we'll do like blue shirts, black shorts, brown, and brown leather straps and boots. So let's get I want dark wood. I can't seem to find. There's hardened leather. That's a little too warm than what I want here. So we're going to go dark wood, right? And this is going to be belts and so forth, so. Right? So I'm going to do that belt there. Whoa! That was a catastrophic miss there. Wow. That was just my brush kind of flailing out of control there. Alright. It's just paint though. It's just color. Right? You can always fix it. It's not the end of the world. So don't panic if something like that happens to you. Okay. So we'll go like that. Yeah, we'll go like that. And kind of want his boots to be this dark too. So we'll do the boots and gloves this color dark too. Yeah, I think that looks better. Right? And then let's do the gloves. Once again, let me know if you have any questions, comments, or threats. I'm just painting a miniature. In fact, I kind of like that for the helmet too. So let's do, yeah, let's just trifecta it and do the helmet too. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I want this back here. All right. So this is weird. Sometimes what I find myself doing lately is painting all of the front side of whatever color I'm painting. If it's going in multiple spots, I'll paint the entire front side because it'll help me not miss anything when I'm painting the back side. Right? Let me show you how this works. So you just paint, right? So you're like, okay, the model should look like that from the front. And as soon as you flip it over, you're like, oh, okay, that's where I need that color because you can see it from the other side. So I'm just gonna do that, right? Make sure I'm honest about where this color's going, where it's supposed to go. Cool. All right. And last but not least, I still have one more of these guys. And then for the bears, I do have like these armored bears, which I probably will do. I probably will do like polar bears. Okay. There's that. This one I did not do that way because I just kind of followed the front and the back. But let's do that. But yeah, as you can see, these little guys start to go fast once you've got colors on them. Like the opening colors. You did the skin and the faces. Don't really get much harder than that point. And once you're past that point, you're good to go. Okay? Which is where we're at. We're past that point. Alright, so now let's get in the pants, which we're going to do, I could either do a lighter brown, which I don't think that's a bad idea. We might do that. Lighter brown, or I could do a black. Black is also not a bad idea. Black is not a bad idea. That would give me, that would allow me to do the rings. So let's do black. If I can find it. Where is the black? So weird. I usually have tons of it on my desk. Here we go. All right. So it's just black shorts. Yeah, we'll just do black shorts, and you can kind of do black pre-metallics. Okay, so black shorts, and then black pre-metallics on the earrings. I want to do the spikes too, but I won't. I'm not going to do the spikes. We'll do the spikes a different color. Okay. Because that gives that dark brown time to dry also. Oops. Didn't do the dark brown part of the belt back here, so let's do that. Yeah, I'm missing a bunch of stuff back here, actually. Alright. Let's get back there, and what do we do? I need this plasma back there, in here, in here, and there, and there. Okay. There we go. Okay. So black there. Alright. And then for the blue, we're going to do a darker blue. Not like a friendly blue, but like a darker, like a cloudburst blue. Alright, just trying to get that idea across of a not fun Santa's elf. almost looks like the same color as the black. But that's not the end of the world. Should look like a pretty dark miniature. There we go. See? They do look happy, these guys. I will give them that. They do look quite happy. Oops, that should have been brown. And that should have been brown too. There we go. There we go. So quiet tonight, guys. No questions, comments, threats. I'm just gonna keep painting then. I'm gonna finish stuff. All right. Okay. And then this part, I'm gonna do the, oh, kind of want to preemptive black the earrings on this guy. Right, good preemptive black there. Okay, now let's do the, we'll do the sword, and the sword, we're going to use this Pilar Glacier to begin with, so it's going to just look like a shard of ice. So we'll just use first we'll use the raw Citadel contrast paint. It's already starting to look like just a little shard of ice. And do one more. Okay, now we need to do the spikes on the hat. So these are going to be kind of steel in color. And I have this sort of pre-dark color that goes on the spikes. And we just highlight it with a steel. And sometimes this can be a hard color to find. I just found a Reaper metallic steel, like a dark black steel that works. Looks like it's gonna work out really great. But I think I left it in my car, so we're just gonna do these right now in this other black color that I'm using. And let me show you what this product is, because I find it's very useful specifically for undercoating metallics. Let me show you using her what this looks like. So first off, this color is AK Airbrush Black Gray. And the weird thing about this particular color is it's very thin and it's got a gloss to it. So I'm gonna, for example, just to show you what it looks like, that's what it looks like. So it goes down looking a lot like steel to begin with. And that is just like the absolutely perfect undercoat for for metallics, right? In fact, what you actually do is you undercut the whole thing, because even your gold looks good on it, right? So I was planning on doing gold hilts for the thief, and I'm gonna undercoat both the steel and the gold with this color. I'll do it on this guy too, why not? We're all here. Right, so sometimes this is a kind of a nice way, if you're painting this style of like kind of slap chop light, and you want, and you're just blocking things out that are going to come back and be metallic, this is a great color option to use. Obviously, you could just use black if you want. You could also just use black contrast paint. I find, because of the kind of the really almost fake metallic nature of it, if I don't hit everything, it still looks quite believable as that steel, right? So speaking of which, we are about ready to come back and hit this with the steel. And I should have some steel color on me. See if I can find it. Hardest part of my day is finding the metallics I need. Hold on one sec, guys. Talk amongst yourselves while I am looking for the steel color. I cannot find it to save my life right now. This is a little annoying. Hold on. Hold on. Have patience. It's here. I'm not telling you guys to have patience. I'm telling myself to have patience. I could use that. This guy. It's kind of nice. Really? Hold on. I'm getting there. Getting a lot of colors that are close. I'm not getting the color I want. Right. It must be up here somewhere. Alright. Well, I think what I'm going to do is... Let me see what I got here for brushable metallics. I should have other metallics to brush. It should look decent. Yeah, this is a little bright, but I'll still use it. Alright, so we're going to use this chrome. It's a bit much. But I'm just getting the spikes on the helmet. I don't need to be terribly... really bright. Yeah, that's really bright. It's okay though. Oops. I was like, where's his spikes? No. Yeah, I have a steel color in AK, but I can't find it right now, so I'll just use this much brighter color. If it's too bright, I just wash it down with some Starship Filth. It's not the end of the world. Tell you what, I will use it here on the earrings. Right, because it actually does look great on the earrings. Right, looks good. Okay. All right. So just one more thing, basically, and these are done. The only thing left to do is I'm gonna take a little bit of Frostheart, and just hit their swords a little bit. All right, towards the bottom mostly. Right. So you see what that does. Right, it's just giving a little more credibility to my ice swords. All we're doing. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the black down on the bases and get those done. And really, I'll show you guys what's left from this commission, which is almost done. All right. Let's get the black done. Okay. There's that. Okay. And we're getting these done. That's all you wrote. Like, it's a pretty simple paint jobs. They're gonna look good on the tabletop. You're not gonna win any major awards for painting these, but like I said, the best part about it is your whole set will be done. So even though everything looks pretty mediocre, it's gonna look cool when you break it out and play it. That's all we're trying to do, right? If you want display quality miniatures, give a guy in Spain 60 hours to work on your one piece. But we're painting this for people who are looking forward to getting these on the tabletop. Okay. And then with the two elves, all I have to do is paint their clothes. It's not particularly difficult. Okay. All right. So we're going to do that. Okay. And then while these are drying, I'll show you the rest of the pieces that have to be done. Okay. So there we go. All right, we're going to let those dry for a minute, and I'll show you the rest of the pieces that need to be done. Okay. All right. So let me put the lid on this thing. So there's not much left, which is cool. We did, I think you guys remember last time, we did like the whole human army. So all the humans are done. That was actually the longest part of the commission, was getting all the humans done. But this stuff is pretty easy. So it's just the 2 elf characters and then and a couple of bears. Pretty easy. Oh. A couple of doors. You know, like the frozen doors into that portal thing. And then last but not least, the big old boy. And the big old boy is fun. He's going to be very fun to paint. You can see we've done like a lot of the kind of minute detail. The rest of him is going to go pretty quick. All right. So with that, we are going to call our stream to a close here. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.